Well, hello guys. How are y'all doing? I am Phoenix. I'm your host, and we are getting into D&D. I know it's a little late, but church waits for no man. So, without any delay or anything, we're gonna hop in and hope that they're actually keeping their act together.
Hello.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Present and accounted for.
I was hoping that there wouldn't be anything inappropriate as I was clicking over.
We already got
I was,
that over with
I was
a couple
really
minutes
hoping.
ago.
Yes, we absolutely would do that.
I forget who we're
Yes,
talking about here.
so. But anyways, true. But anyways, guys, because we are running a few minutes late, we are like ditching the intermission, and we're just gonna go ahead and get straight into this. Hi, if there's any mod out there moderating for me, I appreciate it. If not, no big deals. So, all right, let's turn it over to Zombie.
All right, so
Also, don't mind me eating in front of
I
you
mind,
guys. So,
absolutely.
please go ahead.
I'm offended.
Well, it's
And
pulled
okay,
pork that I made.
Did you bring enough for the class?
I'm on the way.
I did, but you'd have to
Yeah,
come
I'm
and
on
get
my
it.
I'm booking a flight.
I'll be teleporting.
All right,
It'll be-
so
all right. Let's do this.
Dice in the car, but I'm on the way. Go ahead. Sorry.
who remembers what happened last time?
We took on the
I barely remember my name
dungeon
half
with
the days.
cultists, killed a bunch of cultists. The twins showed up, blew up the fleet, and everybody went home fat and happy.
Short, sweet, to the point, like it. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty epic.
We had a really good ending
So,
to it, too. So, I mean,
so that's a recap. We will pick off where we left off. And we will pick off, pick up, pick on,
off.
pick in, pick your nose. Well, whatever.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
So, we will start like normal by just very, very quickly, very briefly. What'd you do for the last week, Ayla?
It would probably be the last 2 weeks since I wasn't here last week as well.
True. So last 2 weeks.
Probably just doing a small little thing around the town. I guess request. I think that's the word for it. I can't remember words anymore.
Okay. So you did enough to basically stay on par with the rest of the party. Is kind of the point.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely plenty of work you could have done. And you've had plenty of time to rest, so you're not starting at, less hit points or anything like that. And Hydralis, how about you?
After we got back, I would have liked to go to the church, worship, and after that, I would like to go into the woods, spend more time with nature, and slowly start kind of like siphoning out cooked food from my diet and only sustaining on raw food to try and embrace the more savage side.
Okay. Alrighty. Ignis, what about you?
Okay. So I spent most of it training, Talos more, going on some little hunts, and I completely forgot to say, but did we ever rank up on our guild membership? Is it still ranked?
You haven't yet.
Okay. Then I would like to go on me and Talos would like to go on a D rank quest.
Okay.
Can I say I went with you?
I mean, there's nothing saying that you can't.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying. So
more
I
than
just want to ask, say,
Okay.
hey,
Talos needs to go on some more missions.
I go
That
with
last
you,
one was a
Ignis?
little too heavy.
Okay, good.
You know, just get him up there a bit.
Yeah. So you both went on a rank D.
Indeed. Indeed.
Indeed.
All right. So that would have earned both of you 48 silver. And
Silver.
we'll just say, just for the since it was just a rank D and you only did one, I'm not going to worry about
A roll.
a roll to see, because you did one, and I'm going to say that you've kind of established a pattern. Like that, okay, roughly around every week. Sometimes it's not always exact. That you're either summoned or there's something you got to do, so you kind of know. Okay, I need to allow a day or two in between everything, so you're fully rested. So
is that 48 silver just like collectively or
no, that's so
It's 4 gold, 4 gold.
each.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
No, it's not gold, it's silver.
Silver.
Yeah, but it's 4 gold, 8 silver, right? It's basically,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So, all right. So, getting back to it. So yes, the only other thing that's been of remark is Ignis. The voices that keep you not awake, but that you hear. It's been quieter than normal. And what the girls tell you, you remember that they said that we would try to get him to go easy on you.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that throughout the week, but for the most part, I've been pretty happy with the mostly silence. It's been pretty refreshing.
Okay, so you are wherever you are all staying. I'm assuming that by now you've not really moved. Again, a child, a ranked K adventure, basically. So a kid, a part of the Adventurers Guild, finds you.
Do I get to share?
No, you don't.
That's cool.
Yes, you do.
Nope. I'm good with
I was
that.
going to
So
say,
kid comes
place
find
that
us.
gets her.
I mean, if you have something you were doing, that's fine. You can say it. I just, when Phoenix popped in, I saw it at the bottom, like, okay.
Right.
Blame Phoenix for everything.
Oh, sorry.
So I spent the first
It's
day
my
after
fault.
we got back, and I tracked everybody down again to make sure that loot was appropriately, distributed to the group.
Mm-hmm.
And then ran and did a quick, D rank quest. And then after I got back from that, there was still some time left, and I got summoned strangely by the guild. I don't understand why, to do a career day at a local orphanage.
Okay.
So I had to deal with the kids there.
Okay.
Well, you've been thinking about this.
So, I mean, you said you did a rank D mission.
Yeah, just a quick
It'd be
little thing.
Same thing as the others, 48 silver.
That work.
And yeah, you basically you go to the orphanage and they you talk to the kids and all that, and you tell them that that hey, the Adventurers Guild does have stuff for children. You can tell them what the life is about and everything like that, and you get asked a lot of questions.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I did try to convince the guild to send Hydralis because I figured he would be, the better choice because kids. but
Yeah.
you know, they didn't. They wanted me to go. So
So yeah, the you know, you were called to the Adventurers Guild. You know, one of the child adventurers finds you and says, "Hey, the the guild master needs to see you all." So
Alright.
I would say, unless if any of you are refusing the summons,
Nope. I don't know
Nope.
why
Which-
you would.
I mean, you can. You can
That's
tell them to go
kind of-
kick rocks.
It's kind of counterproductive. Yeah, you just leave the campaign forever.
What
That's
happens when we
that's-
just leave?
It's
Make
a
a new
new
character.
Rocks fall,
Right.
you die.
Right.
You are now the Phoenix 2.
Making them kick rocks.
Phoenix Junior.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phoenix Junior.
So
Oh,
you all find yourself
Junior. Oh,
back at the Adventurers Guild. And yes, Hydraulis, I have updated your portrait. Finally.
Yippee.
Yes.
I still
Yeah.
have it.
Tell 'em to
So
kick rocks.
you know. Hey, look! I see the dinosaur better.
She's late. She was late.
Oh, she's late. Oh, okay.
Apparently, Ayla's
Uh,
late.
Tisk.
Oh,
I
there's
mean, that
there she
tracks
is.
considering that she showed up right there at the end of the gauntlet there. So
Well, and she's a druid. You know, the kid had to run out to the woods and figure out where
Mhm.
she was at. You know,
oh, 1, 2, 3, 4,
She was
5.
in Druidia. I mean, sorry, I keep going to that. My bad. By the way, May
right,
the 4th be with you. Just okay,
so-
go on.
and I've lost where I am at. Okay, yes. So in walks in the lady you are familiar with, the Lord's head maid. And the guild headmaster.
Always does the third work.
So,
Okay,
and
well, that's a little
the
better.
guild headmaster says, "Well, you guys have done a good job as of late. It's you're one of the few groups I know that I can count on, you know, that's up and coming. And let me tell you, that's a big help. Knowing that there's a
You know, Blaze is the
it's
EVP.
not just the experienced adventurers that I can count on. But I know you've all got some questions, and it's time that you have a chance to answer them. You have a chance to ask them. Sorry, I've been smoking too much pipe weed.
Is that for you?
Yeah, you want some?
If you're-
So kind.
So he says that the Lord, who is interested in sponsoring your group, is finally requesting your presence at his manor. Yeah, I figured. And so at
I
this
said it
point,
quietly,
the
though.
head maid steps forward and she says that the Lord does not want this to be a one-way street. He knows that not all nobility is on the up and up. You know, some have ulterior motives. And likely, some of you are wary of this. What are his motives? Well, this is your chance to ask him any questions you want. So, whenever you are ready, I will escort you to his manor.
Well, you guys know I've been a little leery of this guy, except from the beginning. I do wonder what his motives are. So that is one question we should definitely ask. Anything else?
We've done two missions at his request. Haven't really seen the guy, but we did what we had to. Now, granted, we stopped goblins, and we avenged adventurers who perished. I'd say there's anything happening. If anything, he's been sending us on missions to actually help instead of his own personal gain. Unless you can think of something that was the reason why he did it, then I don't know. Maybe I'm not seeing the whole picture.
Well, I'll say this. We have gained some riches of it because we've been able to upgrade some of our stuff and be better off for it. We've gained experience, so that's a plus. But I would like to know more about why us. First of all, is it because we're
Blaze
the
just
only ones
shrugs and goes,
available?
as long as he keeps my pockets
stuff
full,
like that.
I'm okay with pretty much anything.
I'll take his money.
Right.
I would gladly take his money.
Right.
What I hear from him.
So, with that, the guild headmaster kind of says, "Well, there's between you guys," and heads out. And so the Lord's Head Maid pretty much says, "Do you have any questions for me before we leave?"
There's no policy against raptors, is there?
No, he doesn't have any small pets.
Valid question, though.
I mean,
I wouldn't call him
Young.
small.
that's a matter. I mean, so out of character, that's a matter of perspective.
Mhm.
I mean, she said he didn't have any small pets. So he might have pets, but they might not be so small.
Yeah, I was like, they're probably large.
Gonna take a left and suddenly walk into the lion's den.
That's true. That's true.
Or, keeping with the theme of dinosaurs, you'd run the corner, so just a brontosaurus just standing there, like,
Heck yeah.
oh, okay.
You would literally see that from the next town over.
Herbivore. Now, walking around the corner and finding, say, like a T-Rex, that might make me poop myself a little. So,
Right. Oh, brontosaurus was scary if it was walking to you.
they're big and
If it
slow.
didn't see you and just said you.
I think it's raining outside.
What? Yeah.
So
You're big and slow. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Anyways,
Nope.
getting back on track. Hydralis and Ayla, did you have anything to add to this?
There's nothing else to discuss amongst ourselves, and I guess we're ready to go.
Give yourself a Coke.
okay, all right. So it's at the bottom.
How to jump over.
Yeah. So, she takes you to the mansion, and off to the side is just a brief waiting room. I have placed you all in there. You can put yourself wherever in the room you want.
Of course,
That's
he
fine.
takes the chaise lounge.
That's Ayla. That's the fireplace.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
I mean,
I will
you
stand-
can sit in the fireplace. I want to make you take fire damage, but
I will stand leaning up against the fireplace.
Just FYI, I need to ask: is anybody watching
little
this
bit.
right now? Is it going slow?
Not out of the ordinary.
My page, the actual Dolphin page, is running slow. Thanks to getting that moves up.
I mean, last night you had you went from a 3-second delay to about a 10-second delay, but yeah.
Let's keep on talking. Go ahead and do your thing. I'm going to say silent for a minute and see if there's any paths that are opening.
okay. So in this room, there's a couple, couches, and there's a fireplace. There's a table that looks to have, like it's been set with just some, light refreshments, some cups, a pitcher of water, maybe some, cheeses and bread. Nothing major.
Sorry.
Well, and right here is a statue. And if anybody has religion, this is a fairly easy check. You go ahead and roll it to see if you can identify this statue.
Oh, I actually do.
All right.
I also have religion, but I gotta see this. I closed everything up
Okay.
for a second.
I got a 19.
Yeah.
Got a 10.
Let's see.
I think I have religion.
I rolled an 11, but I need to see what my religion is. I guess a 1 or 2.
Oh, I ain't got any, so I got an 11, just straight 11.
Okay.
I
Okay.
got a 10.
I only have 1 in religion, and I rolled it anyways, but I got a 13.
Okay.
Oh, I have a 2, so I rolled a 13 as well.
Okay. So you all got, like I said, this is pretty easy. The DC was 10.
Nice.
It's a fairly common statue you see. You would typically more see it in smaller towns that don't have enough space or materials to build dedicated temples. It's more a statue that's built to be any deity you wish. So kind of like a catch-all. Hey, we know we don't got enough resources to have statues for every single deity in existence or to build them a temple. So here's kind of a generic, insert god name statue here type of statue.
The Mistra, the Mistra, acolytes, worship it, and then an hour later, in come the Kelmvarites, and they put stuff on it, and gotcha.
It's made out of wood. This is not, stone or marble or anything fancy. It's just a simple wooden statue.
Can I walk before it, kneel, and make a quick prayer to both of my deities?
Sure.
All right.
So, I mean, most like most what happens is this is a waiting room. You're escorted in here and told, hey, the Lord will be with you in a few moments. So for the moment, you kind of been left to your own devices in this room.
So don't go stealing anything.
What is there to steal in a waiting room?
Jeez.
As you look at everything, this is all nice stuff, but it's all simple. Like the statue, yes, it's made out of wood, and it's carved nicely, but it's wood.
Mm-hmm.
The rug is simple linen. Granted, it's made and sewn and hemmed very nicely, but it's linen. It's not silk or anything else like that. Everything seems to be of a material you would expect to see in a commoner's home, but just well made.
Okay, guys, we have a problem because I'm lighting really bad apparently.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why.
Oh, those
All
are
right.
great.
All right, guys, I'm gonna try to do this again. I'm sorry for that whole thing, but we're gonna try to keep it up and going, okay? And if it can, then that'd be great. If not, then we're just gonna call it. That's pretty much how it's gonna go. So on that note, let me get that pulled back up. Roll 20 rather. At least your guys' your cams are still working, so
Right.
Yep.
That's a plus. So okay, we're gonna try this again, guys. Hopefully, Shadow, it looks like Shadow did stay in, so it may be a continuation. I should have told Arson to make sure he was staying in.
He kept it live. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Because of being a moderator. I got you what you're saying now. That makes sense.
All right. I've got full. Okay, I'm good. We should be good now. Hold on one second.
Looks much better from my.
Yeah.
It looks much better from my point of view too.
Hydralis,
You're not jerking around. Go ahead.
Could you try moving your character up one for a second? Oh, hold on. Okay, thank you. All right. Now we're good to go.
No.
Yay!
Yeah, cannonball right back onto his lap.
No. I moved. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
All right. So we're back, guys, and sorry about that, but hopefully, this time it's a lot better. All right, continue. I'm sorry about that.
We all good?
Yep.
All right. So, like I said, you're in a waiting room, and you've been kind of left to your own devices until the Lord is ready to see you.
Okay.
And like I said, everything in here seems to be, it's well made. It's sturdy. It's nice, but it's not, it's of materials that a commoner would typically have. Linens, so your standard woods, nothing rare or nice. It's like, it's oak or pine, so kind of, make of it what you will. But that's kind of how everything is laid out and made.
All right. Well,
so forth and so on.
So let's just sit here and wait for him. I feel like the time that we were away is expedited the time. So.
Yeah. Probably a good call.
So, before too long, you see that through this door here and over the side, the Lord's Head Maid steps through and says that he will see you now, and then asks you to follow her through the doorway.
As we walk out the door, I grab Phoenix by the arm, holding back for a second, leaning close, and say, "Let's not check for traps as we go."
I wasn't planning on it.
Okay.
Okay. So, doors open.
Anybody want to share this chair with me?
So yeah, he normally obviously doesn't have this many people in his office.
His office is bigger than his house.
No, you can only see a small portion of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, because I'm not going to. Because I don't have all the rest of it furnished.
Mm.
That's the main reason. Like, this is all I really got furnished.
That's awesome. There's a little behind the scenes for the people. Okay. Behind the curtain.
Yeah. So he introduces himself as Lord Thaxus.
Taxes. Okay.
Hush you.
I'm the only one that gets it.
So, and he says, I know I don't have many seats, but, you are welcome. Those of you, you wish to sit if you want, or stand. I'm sure you have a lot of questions for me. So, Ask away.
I asked the crew if they mind if I ask the question first.
By all means.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
What is
Fire
your
away.
motivation behind all this with us?
My motivation.
I
I'm
like to
assuming
get
you're
right to the
speaking
point.
to why I wish to sponsor you, correct?
Yes.
So, it is a common practice for nobility to sponsor individuals that they see value in. Now, this is a mutually beneficial arrangement. You get money. You're adventurers. You have need of coin to better equip yourself and to buy potions and gear and whatnot. So that is how you benefit from this.
Mm-hmm.
I benefit from this by ensuring, hopefully, that the people that I am sponsoring are going to keep doing the types of things that I wish to see done in the city.
Okay.
So you're
If-
hired muscle.
I mean, you are not my employees, as
Hmm.
she is, and points to his headmate. She is my employee. I am her boss. I am not your boss.
I want to do a
Uses your-
check. I want to do like an
Okay.
honesty check or whatever the heck it's called.
Insight.
Insight.
Insight. Okay.
I about called it sense motive.
There's a
Let's
throwback
see.
to 3.5.
Yeah.
Where's it at? Insight. 17.
He is not lying.
Okay.
Or if he is,
He's really good.
he is really good.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But yeah, he says you wouldn't be so much my employee as think of it as a mutually beneficial relationship.
Okay.
I
Fair
hope
enough.
that answers that question.
Well, I mean, I can't lie. I do enjoy, the money I've gotten. It's helped me and it's helped others because of it.
I'm aware.
Not only that, but we have been able, like I was telling my friends here and Ayla, that
Wow.
He kind of stops and he kind of looks a little bit like I'm sensing there's a story there, but go on.
when Thunder waves, she does you. anyways,
You like start conversing and start
from
saying
my-
that like, thunder wave, thunder.
no, I was trying to do it like a Yoda, but it didn't turn out that way. Anyways,
Thunder.
From my
wave.
spot there on
Oh.
the wall, from my spot there on the wall, I look over it because I'm leaning up against the wall, looking at him, kind of like on my right shoulder. So I kind of look to my left, over my left shoulder, and look at Ayla and say, "You're my friend. Don't worry."
suck up.
Thanks.
And anyway, she's like, I don't care. No. Anyways, no, but as I was talking to my friends beforehand, the money has been fairly decent, and especially but also the experience that we've gained on this has helped immensely. So yeah, I just like to know who I'm dealing with, and if you have known, if your head maid tells you anything, which I'm sure she tells you everything, she let you know how I thought about you the first time we met. So,
He did.
okay, that's
And believe me, I get it. It is no secret that not every member of nobility is a good person.
I have trust issues
Good
with
person, well
nobility.
liked, all of it.
I have trust issues with nobility. So, just to be forefront with you, but you know, you're being pretty upfront, and I do believe that your intentions are a little bit more pure than most. So,
What about anybody else? Surely that can't be the only question.
Nobody? Really?
Yeah, I think it is the other one.
was gonna let one of you guys go first, but like anybody?
Nope, I don't have any questions.
I've
I
already
get
stated that,
paid?
you know,
And
yeah, I've already stated as long as he keeps lining my pockets with gold, I don't care. I'll do whatever.
as long as I'm helping the general public.
yeah, that's a little bit better way of saying that than what Blaze
Yeah.
did. Blaze is like, just give me gold. That's it.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm into adventuring for. That's, you know.
All right. Well, I'm assuming you have a question then,
At least he's
Ignis.
honest.
Honestly, I don't really know. It's been mostly just to clear your mind, really.
Mm-hmm. My dog just licked my hand and scared the crap out of me.
Don't worry, that was Telos.
Oh. We really bonded on that
Censor
last
knees.
mission.
Tastes funny.
He's funny.
Gotta stay in character, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that scared the crap out of me. Holy crap. Anyways, all right. Sorry.
Good job, Bella.
So he says, so how about this? What about anything in general? Doesn't have to be related to this. Any question in general. I have carved out time to meet with you. It doesn't have to be about this or me. Anything in general.
What's your head maid's name?
You
Insert
suck
name
on
here.
that, aren't you?
I'm still trying. I'm still trying.
She looks at you and pretty much says, "My name is a personal matter. I do not give it out freely."
Well, is there a name that we can call you instead of just head maid? Or a random girl?
Girl number one.
Girl. How
Girl number one.
about red shirt? No.
Oh, red shirt number one. Yeah.
Yeah. No. So I had it. So okay, out of character. I had a name for her at one point, and I can't remember what it is. And I intended to reveal it, but I have since forgotten what that is.
No.
So, yeah, I'll have to try to remember.
Okay, fair enough.
We'll give you that.
Yeah. You just knew it was gonna happen. I was gonna ask again, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. All right, Thaxus. Lord Thaxus.
So I want everybody to make a wisdom check.
Oh boy.
Where's my
Never mind.
wisdom?
That
more
is
for-
never a good sign. Oh, I'm not worried. Not 20.
This is more for memory. You're trying to remember something,
Oh, not 20.
not to resist an effect. This is not a save.
Whatever.
I
Fine.
got a 15.
Not 20.
I
got
got
18.
I got 13.
I got a 21.
What
You
is my
cap the wisdom like the
Yeah,
3, right? Like if it's 16, it's got
21.
3. That's and you cap that on there. So I got 13.
21. I mean, if we're not doing saves, 21.
Yeah, it's not a save.
Okay, 21.
Okay.
21.
So this is fairly difficult. So those that got a 20 or above are the only ones that got this.
Daggone it.
Yeesh.
He looks familiar. You've seen his picture before.
Have we threatened him before?
Nope.
Random.
Well, the picture you saw of him was older. Of him as a younger kid.
I think he was in the November issue of Play Elf.
He's a
Oh,
half
okay.
elf.
What?
And what you saw of him was as a minor, so be careful.
Oh
there.
yeah, okay, fair enough, fair
I
enough.
was about to say, where are you taking this?
Wow.
Fair enough,
Now
fair
you
enough.
feel
Phoenix.
Hold on. Just so
Wow,
you know,
Phoenix.
elves are older, right? Like they age slower
That's
and
not
stuff.
I don't
It still makes him a minor at a certain
stop trying to
age.
make the situation better. You're
No,
only making it worse.
what I'm saying is this, okay? If what am I,
And I think you
18?
should stop saying it.
I'm 18 years old. He probably would look exactly the same 18 years ago is what I'm saying.
He's not an elf. He's a half elf.
Oh, okay. Well, fine. Anyways, I was just making fun of that anyway, so I wasn't saying it out
But-
loud, you know.
So now I don't want to completely just hand you this, but you were shown this picture by a distressed mother who was looking for her son.
my
he's
face
the son, he's the son
dropped.
for
Yeah, no way.
Whoa.
Oh. No, hold on. Since me and Blaze are the only ones who know this, hold on. All right, I use my coin of communication. I like slide ahead in my pocket and I hold it tightly and I activate it. I'm like, Blaze. No way.
right. I'm just like no. Yeah.
I'm listening in on this
Uh,
point of communication, so you know.
Yeah, it is like
listening
active.
Well, no. He said he directed it to me. Remember, the coin of communication can do individuals or party. It's directed to me. You wouldn't hear this.
Suffer, Phoenix.
You too, Ayla.
Hey, I never said that I was
Question.
gonna listen in. I was joking in on you saying that.
Since I got an 18, can I insist that he seems familiar?
Oh
Like,
yes,
can
I mean I'd
insist
say
that,
if you got close to it, like you didn't make the connection,
Uh-huh.
but you look at him and it's kind of like I've seen him somewhere. Now,
Uh-huh.
maybe that's you saw him walking around the city. You're not sure where, but you've seen him before somewhere. But that's about the extent of it.
I roll a 13, so I'm an idiot. I'm like, I don't know who you are.
Exactly.
I lean over to Ignis. Is it just me, or have we seen this guy before?
Clearly, you don't see the absolutely shocked expression on my face.
Yeah, so I'd say Hydraus, as you kind of sidestep over to Ignis and you kind of like lean over to ask him, you eventually look over and you see his face isn't just kind of like he's almost dumbfounded. Like there's shock on his face. Now, not like jaw meet floor, but
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, unless he wants jaw to meet floor, then that's fine. But
Well, it's close, but no, it's just completely like wide-eyed. Just dang, that's unexpected.
Since they're all being quiet, I kind of look at him and say, I don't know who you are. Who are you? Please just be forward with us.
Who? He just told us his name.
Yeah.
I am Lord Thaxus.
Not that, yeah, but you said that you thought that we would. Well, never mind. He didn't say that. Never mind. I'll shut up.
With the link that Ignis established between him and I, and him looking, I can't believe, like he said, I can't believe this is him. I tell Ignis through the connection, I say, let's keep this to ourselves. We'll tell the party later about it, but just we don't want to say anything in front of him in case either A, he doesn't know who he is and who he's supposed to be related to, or there's something else, going on that we don't know about.
Can we at least ask him about his parents?
I mean, yeah. Yes, but that could be an awkward conversation. I mean, it's not, just random, hey, tell me about your family, kind of a thing. We don't know this guy. We've only been talking to him for 5 minutes. We don't really know him. So that could end up being a very awkward conversation.
We could kind of.
I think we need to.
We could kind of.
I think
voice it, though. It could be like, "What's your lineage like?" or whatever.
he's nobility. Let's not jump into that. Just leave it at that. What I think we should
agree.
do is inform Ignara, but we don't want to tell the others just yet. We will, but just not yet.
Alright, fair enough. I'll follow your lead then.
Okay.
So, Phoenix, as this is going on, I'm assuming this wasn't a massively long, drawn out thing. This is all a fairly short conversation between the two of you.
We're not. We didn't lovingly lock eyes and they're just staring into each other's eyes for 10 minutes having this conversation.
Yeah,
it was just a quick back and forth.
Yeah,
I
this
figured, but I just wanted to make sure that was the case.
Yes.
is like a quick telepathy thing too, right? So it should be like quicker than a conversation would go.
So,
Yeah.
Phoenix, I need you to make a perception check,
Okay.
as you are the only one that would have a vantage point to see this.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Where's my perception? 19.
Okay, so that's good enough. So right here. Oh no, wrong tool. Right here, outside this window, you see. It initially draws your attention because a shadow passes in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
But then it kind of comes back, and then it's kind of looking in the window right at you, and it's a kid, and you've seen him before.
Right there.
This is one of the kids that you've seen in the slums.
Okay.
Now, you've not really interacted with him a whole lot, because there's a lot of kids there.
Right,
You don't have time to, hi, kid, who are you?
Yeah.
You've seen him around before.
Helped him out and stuff, probably.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he tripped and scuffed his leg and you just helped him up and said, hey, be careful where you're going. And that's it, whatever. But he sees you, he locks eyes with you, and he starts beating on the window. Not like hard enough to break it, but he's clearly panicked. Either something has spooked him, or there's something going on that he is clearly wanting to speak with you directly.
Oh man, if I'm like excuse myself.
This is not quiet.
Right, they can hear.
He's kind of banging on the window.
So everybody sees it for the most part, but I knew who it is.
As soon as he bangs on the window, you're just the one that sees it because you have the way you're sitting. You're like, it's right over the Lord's shoulder is the window. So, but as soon as he bangs on the window, everybody hears it.
Right.
The Lord kind of, he doesn't jump. He's not startled. He just kind of turns and he looks. And now, depending upon what your character's impression of him, he doesn't look cross or upset that there is a young kid beating on his window.
Okay.
He simply kind of turns and he opens the window. And he says, may I help you? And without like, he acts like a kid would. He doesn't know this man.
Yeah.
He's here to speak to you. So he completely ignores the fact that, one, this is a Lord's manor. And two, that is a Lord. He climbs in the window, runs past him, and runs standing right in front of you.
Okay.
And he just says, you need to come quick. They've taken my parents.
Okay. Calm down for a second.
And then he grabs your hand and he's trying to pull you out the window. Like he's a kid. He's not that strong.
Yeah.
He's trying to pull you out of the chair because
So I stand up with him still attached to me, and I kind of grab him and pull him back to me, and I'm like, calm down. What's going on? I can't help you if you're just being irate. Who took your parents? What's going on?
The bad men.
What did they look like? Were they human? Were they what did they look like?
So this is a human kid, and he can't be more than 8 or 9.
Yeah.
So he looks at you and he's like, the bad scary men. They took him. They took them. They took my. He's flustered. He's panicked, and he doesn't know. All he
Okay.
knows is the bad people took them.
Okay, I kind of look at Lord Thaxus and I
He just says, "Go."
okay, and so I leave with the kid. Pull me out. Where
Are the
out that
rest
way?
of you? I was like, "Are the rest of you
Yeah,
following?"
yeah.
Yeah, I'm following right behind.
I grab Ignis before they go out the door, and I tell them I'll meet up with them shortly. I'll find them. I'm gonna go find Ignara.
All right, make sure to catch up.
I will.
Okay. So we will go back to the Harn City map. Blaze, you said you were going to get Ignara first, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I mean, she's still at the, at the same end where,
Okay.
she told you she'd be. You walk in and she's sitting there at one of the tables and, it's about midday. So she seems to be eating lunch.
Okay. So I walk up to her and I say, excuse me, excuse me, mistress, do you have a few moments?
Oh, please have a seat.
I sit down and I say, I don't have a whole lot of time. I have to catch up with the rest of my group, but I felt
Then-
you should know.
By all means, make it quick.
Do you know who Lord Thaxus is?
So she straightens very noticeably and she blinks and her voice doesn't get like it changes. Like you can see a shift. And before she was kind of like, yeah, I'm just kidding, I'm having lunch, whatever. Oh, hey, how's it going? Her demeanor shifts. Not defensive. It's more on edge. And she just simply says, how do you know that name? She's not angry. She's inquisitive.
Right. And I'm trying to phrase how I would. I say, well, okay, based on that reaction, I would say that yes, you do know who he is. He is currently the person that is funding our adventures through the guild.
She doesn't react as though she knows him. She said, how do you know that name?
That name? Okay.
Not the title, the name.
The name. Oh. How do we know? Okay, so so I take back the thing about you know him. The name is and I'll rephrase it, is he is the nobleman currently that is funding our activities through the guild. He has taken our group on as a patron.
You see her demeanor shifts again, but this time it looks like someone who's trying to maintain composure. And she's not like before she was at the house, of anger. She pulls out something that you recognize. It's a guild membership.
Mm-hmm.
And she sets it down and slides it across the table to you. Now, on it, like everybody else, is her name, her rank, and her level. Her rank is A. Her level is 18. Her name is, first you're seeing Ignar, which she told you, but below that is Ignara Faxis.
I look at the ID for a moment, and I look up at her, and I say that pretty well confirms what we thought. The nobleman, and that just, I'm not, and at this point I look at her and I say, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. The nobleman who goes by the name of Lord Thaxis looks very much like an older version of your missing son. And I say, and to hammer that point home, I go, we truly believe that he is your missing son.
She takes a deep breath. She takes back the ID and puts it in her pocket. She takes a deep breath, visibly trying to calm herself because, she's like you've seen her before. She gets worked up very easily, and so she's trying to keep everything, keep that fire at a small bonfire.
And I see that, and I hold my hands up and I say, Mistress, I am not trying to upset you in any way. We felt you should know this, and we feel strongly about the fact that your son is missing, and we felt that you needed to know this information.
She sighs and she says, "You said you had to make this quick. I will be here when you are done. You clearly have something you need to take care of. Go take care of it. I appreciate the information. I will be here when you are done."
I'll come back. One of us, if not me, will come back and find you, and we can discuss this further.
Okay.
Thank you.
And
so I go catch up with the rest of the party.
Yeah. Okay.
Now,
so you find yourself outside of a small wooden hut. Not a hut. I mean, it's a small wooden home in the poor section. Phoenix, you've seen this place before. Mm-hmm. It's one of the many unremarkable houses in the poor district.
Right.
Now, a poor house here is still way better than any house in the slums. The walls are solid. The roof usually doesn't leak. It's still a medieval fantasy poor home.
Mm-hmm.
But it's midday. The windows should all be open. They're all pulled closed. All the shutters have been closed and latched. The door's closed, but these doors don't really lock. As though there's, what's the point? Most people inside don't really have enough worth stealing anyway.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, well, you locked up my sticks. Way to go.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I didn't bother making all the other houses. But you get the gist.
Yeah.
You're in the poor district. You're in a poor district of Haran City. And this is the house that the kid took you in front of. He pointed to and he said, "The bad men, they're in there."
Okay, I turn to the kid and I say, "Okay, I need you to stay here, with my friends, and Ayla." No, I'm kidding. Sorry, I need you to stay here with my friends.
But I
need you to stay.
I'm not in the way.
I need you to stay here with my friends. I want to do a little recon. So at that point, I want to roll for first stealth, and I also want to do like a check to see if there's anything that they may have went around and trapped before, to keep them from being distracted. So is that doable? Those two?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's my stealth check. It is. Where's my stealth at? 19.
Okay.
And do I need to do like a perception check or is it because my passive wisdom I already know?
Okay. So you're stealthing around. What are you trying to do?
I want to know if there's anything around that there's trapped, any of the windows, anything around the area of the house that is trapped.
Not that you can see. Again, this is a poor house.
Yes.
The people here don't have a lot of money.
Well, but my deal is the people that got them right now did they trap the house? Is what I was wanting to know. So
if they did, I mean, you don't see anything,
right.
not from the outside. If they did, it's something that's either solely on the inside that you wouldn't be able to see from the outside, or it's very low tech.
Is there any way that I can use my shoes, my slippers, whatever, to be able to climb up on the house to see if there's anything I can, anywhere I can see in from any vantage point whatsoever, whether it be a hearth or something, or a chimney that I can go through to
So there is a chimney, and you might be able to go down it. However, your shoes wouldn't be much of use.
okay.
I mean, you could climb up there, that's fine. You can climb onto the shoes and let you climb onto the top of the chimney. But once you start descending the chimney, it's pretty small. I mean, you could fit down it, but it's not enough for your shoes to activate.
Okay. Well, that makes sense
you'd
though,
have to
because
be-
there's ice and water not down there. So
Well, yes, but it's a small, narrow space. And unless you're going to break your ankles at a 90-degree and walk down that way,
I'd have to do an athletic check, wouldn't I, to be able to figure out if I could.
yes, it'd be an athletics check to see if you could slowly descend the chimney without slipping and falling.
Who's got the best
Yeah,
athletics?
Well,
Never-
before that, I ask you. Besides the chimney, are there any other entrances and exits besides the front door? You went around the whole. You went around the whole freaking.
Well,
I
before
went
we
around
get to that-
everywhere.
Real quick, before
So-
we get to that, I approached as Phoenix is on the roof trying to go down the chimney.
I mean, I'm not going down it yet.
Right, well, you're looking at it. I just at that point I approached the party, and kind of walk up next to Ignis, and I kind of look over at him, look up at Phoenix, look over at him, and go, "Is it Christmas time already?"
He's joking, and there's people inside that are
Now, since you're up there, Phoenix, can
Alright.
you can you see if you can strain your ears to see if there's like anything, like any commotion that you can hear?
and that's kind of what I was wanting to do. Like in the chimney, am I able to hear anything that's going on down there? Because it is a small place. So
as you start to listen, like down the chimney, because that'd be the easiest place. It's the only place that you can see that has a direct
yeah,
tunnel.
I'm definitely not going to try to climb down because my athletics is 0. I'll end up falling. No.
And you don't know, but maybe there's a fire at the bottom. There could be a fire in this hearth.
Mhm.
Jeez.
All right. So
Not only
DM.
would you take falling damage?
So DM.
No.
What time of
Yeah.
the year is it right now?
Well, let's see.
Uh huh. Because that depends. A small house like that in the summer is not going to have a fire, obviously.
It is spring.
Okay, so I doubt there'd be a fire unless it'd be like at nighttime, and it's not nighttime. So, all right. So, anyways, it doesn't matter because I'm not trying to climb down it. Anyways, I'm just trying to hear.
So as you're listening down the chimney, you hear one of the voices, male, deep, says, "Hey, we're not alone anymore. Round them up."
right.
Already.
All right. So I go in with the coin since it's already been used, even though I don't know it's been used. I go ahead and chance it to use for everybody, and I relay everything that I just found out, and so I let them know what I heard, basically.
Okay. So, Zombie, you said that these right here are entrances, right?
Yeah. So obviously, this right here is the front door.
The others are windows.
Right.
Those others are windows.
Hydraulis, how about we do the old-fashioned breach and clear?
Splendid.
Knock on the door and say housekeeping.
More like kick down the door. We're not half measuring this time and having him get a spear in the stomach this time.
Right.
Yeah.
And don't use your face.
It's not a
Part of the
rock.
plan.
It's fine.
I
Yeah,
stay on the
okay.
roof.
Wood.
I stay on the roof right now.
All right. I wanna just kick open the door.
Hold on.
Okay.
Wait. I mentioned to you guys, I'm like, hey guys, instead of just being a brute and kicking down the door, how about you try to draw them out?
We
Like,
have hostages. They're not coming out
I was
to
gonna
us.
say.
yeah,
they're
but
not
we
hostages.
don't know though. I mean,
Do know that's hostage
I mean, the
101.
kid- I was gonna say, yeah, the kid said that they took his parents. I'm pretty sure that they would have hostages.
all right, I'm just
Plus,
trying.
You heard them say, "Round them up."
Yeah, I'm just. Oh, that's true. I'm trying to like not go in like as crazy as we did that one time. So that's why I'm just trying to do this, because last time we did this, I got caught, and so I'm just trying to make sure we use every means necessary to be able to do this. So if you guys think
Okay,
this
if
is
you-
it,
if you really want, all right, we can split. We can divide and conquer. While me and Hydralis kick down the door, we can be the distraction, and you guys can, like, I don't know, sneak through one of the back windows if you want.
Try and
If-
keep
but
the
if-
hostages.
Yeah, but if
Safe.
we're doing this, we're doing it right now. We're not killing any more time.
all right. Well, we don't know how
Yeah,
many's in there,
true.
so let's
If you're
do
gonna
it.
Move your token. If you're gonna move your token to a strategic position, do it now because me and Hydralis are doing this.
Okay, I'm pulling back here.
Oh,
I'm pulling
I'm gonna
back
have my
here.
bow ready.
And I have my bow as well ready. And we're gonna just kind of like stay to the side over here. So Blaze, what are you gonna do?
Kick it.
All right.
Are,
yep,
are you
I'm
gonna
kicking
join?
open the
Are you
door.
gonna join us back here?
No. Kick it.
Okay.
Let's do this, Hydralis.
No, pick it.
Yep.
Kick it.
so roll strength. Basically, you're just making sure you don't critically fail. That's all it
Yeah.
is.
Oh,
I mean, it
you're
is-
joking. No, I'm kidding. I
Oh.
got 15.
I was gonna say.
You kick the door, and it flies off the hinge. Like it just like it's not meant. It's meant to barely keep out the,
Cold.
the cold, the wind, basically.
Yeah.
And
There's
that's what you
cultists.
see.
Okay.
Okay, the cultists are the people
Oh.
because
Okay,
I don't
okay.
have random NPC person tokens.
Okay.
I was about to say, are you kidding me?
Well,
Thank
I-
you.
Again?
All right.
Back from the dead the second time.
So
I threw you into a.
so do we need to roll?
Yes, this would be initiative.
All right. Oh wait, what's my initiative?
Oh, that's
3.
rough.
When are you ever going to get a good
All right.
initiative roll, Grim?
I don't know.
I got 9
I
total.
get
Well, hold on.
20.
Hold on.
Freaking 9.
I'll ask you.
Did you get better than me, Grim? I mean, Hydralis?
No.
Oh.
No.
He just
Oh, wow,
busts over the door, goes, "Dah, okay, what do we do now?"
All right, guys. I don't see anyone. Oh, there they are. As I already have an arrow in my shoulder.
That is.
Peekaboo.
All right. So, Hydralis. What is
I
your
have
initiative?
7.
Okay. Ignis.
15.
Blaze.
18.
Phoenix.
9.
Ayla.
20.
Nice.
All right. Ayla,
Thunderwave a different direction though.
you are first.
Hey, you could Thunderwave from my window. And at least get the 2 in front of us.
That is very true.
I'm just saying, you should be able to hit the I don't want to call them people because they're not, they're anyways, the cultists.
Yeah, because it's only a 15 foot, so
Yeah,
it should
you could
be-
literally, and as to
Here.
my knowledge, they can't see me, right? Because I'm like up against the wall, like I'm trying to make it to where they don't see me at all.
And I do have the room to move, so I'm gonna go here. Cast me Thunder Wave.
It won't hit the people, right?
Gonna
No,
destroy
it'll hit
the
the person's
No.
house.
It'll
No,
hit the
it's
two in
just the
front because it's a
15.
cone.
Yeah, right.
The worst they'll get is that they'll probably get splinters.
Well, you
So
could get
it's-
the two in the front and the one in front of that.
This
Like
is what
this.
it's going to look like.
Oh, okay. I was thinking maybe you can get this guy too, but no,
No.
I don't think you
I mean,
can.
this
This
guy
is
could
what it's-
probably fly into him, but we don't know yet.
All right, well
Right,
let's
that's
go.
what it's gonna look like.
A thunder wave not hitting your friends.
So what saved it? It's a save, right?
Yeah, it's a Constitution save.
Okie dokie.
Oh, I gotta break character. Hi, daughter. Hey, you know I can't break character very much, but I did it for you. Love you. I'm getting back to the game. Okay, go.
So what's your DC?
Gotta scroll back up. 13.
Okay, so he makes it. Uh,
Bless you.
Excuse me.
and he fails. All right. So roll your damage.
Okay. So that will be 4 in total, and the one who failed is pushed 10 feet away.
Okay.
The one who saved takes half that, but they don't move.
2, 4. Okay. So here's what all
And
transpires.
then I'll move back here.
So as you approach the window, you cast it through the window. And you blow out a chunk of the house
Oh crap.
because
It works.
the window was closed.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh well.
Oops.
So
Oh, whoops! Did I forget to tell you to check for that before you cast a spell? Okay.
so this guy
Yeah,
he
it's fine.
smacks into the door. The wall where you guys are backed into is now completely gone.
Well, they now see me.
Hi,
You
gentlemen.
have
Hey, how's it going?
completely demolished part of their house.
How much-
Phoenix will pay for that?
And
How much damage is that
Ayla,
basically?
I need even or odd.
Oh, please choose the right
Ayla.
one.
Odd.
Please, oh, please,
Ooh,
please.
all right. So there's good news and bad news.
Gosh.
Good news. This guy's dead.
Okay, good.
Yay!
What's the bad
Good
news? Oh,
This guy's dead. Bad news.
Yay!
The roof collapses.
oh
Oh,
crap.
You've taken out part of a support wall and collapsed part of their house.
What part of the house?
So this area is now considered difficult terrain.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh
There
boy.
are support beams and roof tiles and a bird nest with a very unhappy pigeon.
Scrambled eggs. No.
My bad.
The pigeon's looking at you like, "Come on!"
I just laid them.
So I can get rid of them too.
Well,
'Cause they
we're down.
are-
I blame the Phoenix for his suggestion.
Hey, it was a good suggestion, okay?
It
I
was.
don't feel so bad about the possibility of setting the house on fire now.
By the way, it's a straw
Who doesn't?
floor.
Yeah, I can
Oh.
tell. Oh,
So
yeah.
Yeah, totally. Set the
Blaze,
house on
and
fire.
speaking of Blaze, it's your turn.
I'm gonna try not to set the house on fire. I promise.
Oh, please.
We've already done enough damage to this poor people's home. I'm gonna come and pass these two.
Oh, wow.
That's hilarious. Yeah, just on the edge of that rough terrain. And I'm going to not cast a fire spell. I'm going to cast I'm gonna Eldritch Blast this one.
Not
Okay.
a fire spell.
Not a fire spell. Okay, I gotta roll that.
So the wall in front of me is gone, right? So that guy can
Correct.
totally okay, so I can attack from where I'm at.
Yep.
Hang on, I dropped my die.
Just a heads up, guys. We should probably keep one alive so we can interrogate him.
Okay,
Death is
wasn't my
also cool
original
with me.
plan to kill the both of them at the same time?
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure.
We don't know what's in the other 2 rooms either. They could have more people in there.
Right. We haven't actually opened the doors yet either.
Right.
Well, they heard the thunderous boom, so
They would know by now something's going on.
Yeah.
That's a nat 20.
Well, that Nigralis
Jeez.
banged in the door. He didn't do that quietly.
Crazy damage.
Yeah,
Mhm.
pretty much.
Roll your damage.
All right, so we've got. All right, so first roll is 14. Second roll is 5, so it'd be 19 force.
Yeah, you kill him twice over.
Sweet.
He only had
That's
9
all
hit points.
All right. Yeah, that's all I got.
I think we should try to take that last one captive.
Then you don't want me to attacking. I'm just telling you.
Ignis, it is your turn.
I don't even. Oh, okay, let's see.
You can't get in range
I mean,
though.
they've got
No.
that under wraps. We might as well check the black, like the black segments. Push open the windows.
Okay, well, I might as well get in there,
We're-
as kind of useless as it would be. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not much I can really do here. So, and then I told Talos to stay behind and guard the kids. So,
Okay.
Just blow out another wall, What's another one?
yeah, I don't exactly
what
have
could-
the abilities to do that. So, that's my turn. I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay. Next is Phoenix.
All right, I am going since it's I can go here without stepping on this stuff over here. I can just go step over this dead body and then go down, right?
I mean, you have enough movement to get there regardless of the path
Yeah.
you take.
So I want to go down here and I want to attempt to try to take him into captivity and just hey dude, you're gonna fail at this. Please just give up now and we can literally, not kill you.
Are you trying to talk him down?
I am trying to talk him down.
Give me a diplomacy.
in a threatening manner, but yes.
Gosh.
Hey, I know we just killed all 3 of your friends here,
But you can survive, lucky contestant.
Hold on, what's diplomacy under?
It's
Charisma?
not persuasion.
Persuasion. Okay. Oof. Well, my persuasion sucks. So,
That's what I was trying to catch everybody before you got too far. Yeah, no, it's gonna be persuasion.
I got an 18.
What's up with your 3.5 rolls today?
I don't know. I'm gonna play a good
I love
version of D&D for once.
Right, amen to that.
So it's a natural 18 because I have no persuasion.
So he looks at you. He looks over his dead friends, and it's at that point you catch the whiff of something.
What is that?
He probably just shit his pants. Shit his pants when the
Hey, language.
roof fell in.
Okay.
You're
Oof.
welcome. I could do that again to you if you want.
So if you
And he goes, no, I'm out. I'm done.
all right, so I secure I literally secure him then. So and we've got our person to talk to. I asked the 3 not cultists if they're okay. Sorry about your damage. We'll get that taken care of.
I will pay for it since I was the one who did it.
Yeah, so there's a woman holding an infant and 2 kids.
Okay.
Oh, that may have blown out their eardrums. I'm so sorry.
That would have been
The,
worse.
Mark-
The roof could have collapsed on them.
I was about to say, yeah.
They're all visibly shooken by
You think?
what has transpired. Especially the fact that Blaze, you and Ignis, that body that you passed over is probably the husband.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
So he most likely tried to stop them. They killed him and left him there. So yeah, they're just like,
Well, thank goodness little Johnny got away. That's what I'm calling him.
That's what you're calling him.
Little Johnny.
Oh God.
so yeah.
So-
It's at this point that, summoned as if by the large boom and collapsing roof, the town guard shows up.
I think we're out of combat.
You are out of combat now. Yes.
Take her
I'm
out.
gonna cast Mage Hand and use Mage Hand to kind of push the debris off to the side away, kind of like towards that sofa and kind of to the left of it. Yeah, there you go. So that we can get
Okay.
into the hostages.
Okay.
Do they have anything on their bodies?
Would you give it a rest?
It's like that's
No,
your priorities. All right, secure the prisoner. I loot the bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I really want to know. Like, I first I asked, are they okay? I wanted to ask the mother holding the child, are you okay?
They are too shell shocked to really answer any question at this moment.
All right, can we bring in little Johnny to reunite with his family? He's like, it's the wrong house, guys. No.
Well, at this,
no,
you
what?
find that
Oh,
they were just all playing a game and you just annihilated civilians.
we just swatted some poor family in the slums. That's awesome.
Time to do a cover up. No.
Yeah, I wonder how
Alright.
we're gonna get out of this one.
while they're doing that, while they're talking to I am actually going to loot the bodies because I'm looking for any information about who they are and why this would have happened. So.
I
So
also
if you want
Well,
the
you
kid to come
violated
in,
the law.
if you want the kid to come in, I'll come back here and I'll cover his eyes so he doesn't have to see his father's corpse.
yeah.
And
He's
tell
gonna
him,
see 3 other corpses.
look,
Yeah, but he's not attached to those.
Right.
he doesn't need to see his dad on the floor.
Correct. I agree.
In all fairness, he
Can-
may have also
can I-
already seen his dad.
Can you bring him around the backside where it's all obliterated so he's just avoids that
Yeah,
altogether?
me and him will just like walk over here in the back, and I'll just kind of I'll cover his eyes still so he doesn't like directly see straight ahead because he can still see right
Right.
ahead over there.
It's not a big
Body's
place.
still there. Yeah, but I'll cover his eyes and I'll reunite him with
Oh.
his family.
They're all reunited. It's at this point that the guard shows up and they kind of take hold of things. Blaze, you search them. Most of them don't really have anything on them. I mean, except for their gear. I mean, and none of it looks to be anything remarkable. The only thing of real note is the bandit captain. This guy, which didn't get to do anything. Poor- my
Poor schmuck.
poor bandit captain.
Poor bandit captain, really?
that's a first.
Well, I mean, no, he literally is poor. He has no.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Poor. Poor.
He
Both ways.
has. The only thing that stands out is he's wearing a pirate jacket,
Mm,
like a pirate's coat, like a pirate captain.
mhm.
So pirate raiders who became bandits?
Well, I mean, you don't know. You don't know his story. You don't know his life. Leave him alone.
And we're never
I
gonna know
just
because he's a,
murdered him with debris, okay?
I was gonna
Hey.
say he's a pile of goo, literally a pile of goo on the floor. We're not gonna know anything at
Bone
this
and
point.
sinew.
I take this guy right here and toss him over here for Talos to eat. There you go, buddy.
The Moon Knight
Have
looking
a-
guy.
Have a
Can we
snack.
Not, can we not do this in front of the petrified family right now?
No,
So you
anyways,
actually toss him in front of Talos.
yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Talos will start to eat unless Ignis you try to get him. You tell him to stop.
Yeah, I hold them back a bit. Just not right now, buddy.
Okay.
I'll I'll get you a nice
kinda-
treat later.
He kind of goes to eat and then kind of looks up at you like, "Come on, man."
I look at Ignis as I'm like,
What-
this is why I'm his favorite.
what food?
I'll get you a nice treat. I'll get you a nice treat later, all right, buddy? It's just not in front of the family, please.
I mean, it's in our contract with him, right? That he gets our leftovers. So
So
Hey,
We're kind of in the
listens.
middle of the town too, though.
He listens to you, but he drops a turd right where he sits.
There it was.
Fair enough.
Thank
all right. So getting back to all seriousness, I grabbed
so-
the guy and I'm just like, I want information.
I ain't telling you nothing.
I guess still
Dude.
arrange that to happen.
Yeah, we could take you outside and have a nice little thunderstorm. You know, it's up to you though. Like if you don't want to talk,
If you know how to fly.
So it's at this point you realize the town guard is there,
yeah. And I notice he's there, but I still want info.
and they're like, "You'll do what now?"
I pull the guard aside and I say,
That's not
"Look, I'm playing bad guard, okay? Like I'm not gonna do it with my fingers crossed
Like,
that he can't see."
How about you let us handle this?
Where were
You
you
think
when
this
this
will
happened?
Ooh,
Like seriously, like
This was a closed incident. The only reason
yeah.
we knew was
Yeah.
because a kid came and warned us.
well, the kid came to us, not the
Obviously-
guards.
yeah,
Yeah.
obviously the kid doesn't
Either
trust
way,
them.
fighting the
so-
authorities is not the right answer, especially at this moment, considering
Aw.
they have us.
That is a question for the kid, not the guard.
All right,
The guard has no idea what's going on. As far as he knows, I mean, yes, he can see that these are bandits. He sees you clearly intervened and saved people. He's not doubting, he's not questioning that.
all right. I go back to what I was gonna say, and I didn't say none of that stuff to him. All I said was I wasn't gonna do anything. You know, just take him away.
So
Give him a change of trousers while you're at it as well.
they take him away and go, "Gods, you stink."
It's at this point that I approach the kid now and I asked that question. Why did you come to me instead of going to the guard?
He looks up at you and says, "Because I've seen you around town." He tells you that he knows you help people out.
Okay.
He knows that the guard helps, but the guard would most likely take their time.
Yeah. Okay.
He
So,
knows that adventurers are usually quicker to react. He's not saying that he doesn't trust the guard or he doesn't think the guard does a bad job. He pretty much implies that by the time he informed the guard, that it might have been hours
mhm.
before they even got to the house.
By then, it could have been too late for the rest of the
Yes.
Okay, real quick.
So,
Yes. What kind of damage are we talking? How much to fix the house, including the door that was smashed in? Because I want this taken care of before we leave out of here. Because I'm not leaving this poor family to suffer even more than what they did.
Oh yeah.
I want to be able to somehow get the father out of there, at least out of that condition.
Well,
Yes.
real quick, something
Yeah.
that has been highly overlooked here at this point. because I haven't had a chance to interject otherwise. I popped the doors on the other two rooms just to make sure there's nobody else still hiding in them.
I was waiting to do that. Yeah.
All right,
There's
so
not.
nothing.
It's just 2 bedrooms. What it was the they had divided up the mother and kids. And so one was in one room and the other 2 were in the other.
Ah,
So when you heard them say, gather them up, that's what they were doing, pulling them out of those rooms. 'Cause
gotcha.
initially,
Oh.
it was the 2 kids were here and the mother was here.
And so we had no idea that if we tried to get through the 2 windows, I guess we could have asked the kid. Dang, I didn't even think about that.
I mean, you guess, because you could have quietly opened the windows, got them out, and then now you don't have a hostage situation.
Right? Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
I could have burnt the house to the ground.
Will you stop that?
Well, I mean, there would have been no fight.
Yeah.
See?
All right. All right.
We
Well,
still would have done property damage regardless, evidently, but whatever.
so fair
Well,
enough
at least
on that.
way, they would have gotten a whole brand new house.
Yeah.
Right?
So okay,
Exactly.
fair enough on that. But it's still everybody went unscathed except for some of the house and the bandits.
The bandits, yeah.
So it still came out positive. But how much damage or how much money is it going to cost to fix this house?
So, like, who are you asking?
I'm asking the DM.
Okay. So you don't know. So there's nobody here that, like, unless somebody has like carpentry or woodworking, you don't have. None of you are construction people. You don't have any idea how much this will cost. Nor is there anybody here really at the present anymore to give the money to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Okay.
the guards took away the remaining bandit and took away. I mean, I know they're still on the map, but they're not really here. The mother and kids left with the guards. Make statements and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
So the only really person here that ever lived here is the dead husband.
Okay.
I mean, you can give it to him. He's not
All
going
right.
to take it from your hand, though.
So that's going to be something I'm going to end up doing during the week is checking on them and coming back over here and figuring things out. And when we do come back,
I would be
will...
doing the same. Because I said I was going to be the one to pay for it. Now you, Phoenix.
Yeah,
My
well,
turn.
you know what? This is my turf. So this is
My turn.
the kid came to me. I feel
Yeah, but
responsible.
Technically, she
I'm the
did
one who
say
did the
she would pay
damage.
for it first.
That's true.
I'm
That's
the one
true.
who did the damage, and I said it first.
Are you gonna pay for Hydraulis' door too?
Mhm.
Okay.
So neener.
I mean,
Well,
fine.
While you're arguing, I go up to Blaze and ask him about the situation.
Yeah, it took me a minute to remember what it was you were asking about. So since we're all here now standing around milling about, and all of the excitement is done, and we've kind of looked and made sure that the rest of the house isn't going to fall on our heads.
What's happening? What's happening?
What's happening?
I don't know.
I was
What's the
making sure that
buzz?
the house
Tell me
doesn't
what's
fall on our heads.
happening. What's the buzz?
Buzz, tell me what's happening. Yeah. Anyway, so it was at this point now that everything is calmed down. I look at the others and I let them know that going back now to the last, prior to the last 5 minutes, that Ignis and I both realized that Lord Thaxus is Ignara's missing son, and what? And plot twist. And then
I knew he looked familiar.
right, I've seen you somewhere before.
I could have swore that I saw you.
I've seen you in a dream.
And we haven't
Yeah.
threatened him before either.
I tell the
And then
dinosaur
and
to
then
eat up. By the way. Anyways, go ahead.
And so then so I tell them this, Ignis and I figured this out, and then I say, now, Ignis does not know the rest of this. You guys are finding out about this, now. And I tell them that I went and found Ignara before we got here, or before I got here, and informed her thusly, and found out that Ignara's last name is also Staxis. So that pretty much confirms what we suspect. I need to go back and find her now that we have this cleared up to finish
I'll
that
join.
conversation with her.
I'll join you for that.
So yeah.
So are you all leaving the probably condemned house?
I can burn it down. Make sure nobody gets hurt.
Yeah, that's up to you.
I want to carry the dead father to the morgue.
Okay.
I'm sorry. When he said I informed them thusly, I literally thought of Big Bang Theory.
That's exactly where I got it from.
Oh, and so Ignis, as Talos walks down, you notice that he does have a bit of one of the bandits, his little part of his arm sticking out of his mouth.
Yes.
Because Phoenix did tell him to eat up.
Well, everybody was gone, so, and he loves me.
So,
All right. So then, while Hydraulis is doing that, I know Ignis and I are going to go over and talk and finish the conversation with Ignara.
is anybody else going with him?
I'll go with.
Okay. So,
I'm gonna stay here and clean up the debris.
the debris.
The debris.
Cleaning, buddy.
So, so I'm going to just again give you this little bit of common sense. As you walk towards the pile of debris, you realize you have no knowledge about buildings and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, but I can still clean.
One, yes, but this building may be unsafe. You've taken out chunks of the supporting wall, and some of the roof has caved in.
You sure you want to stay in?
It might only be a matter of time before the rest of it caves in.
Fine, I go with them.
As a veteran, your better option would be to go with Hydraulis or with us. Just FYI.
Hydraulis,
I
where are
would
you
say go-
going?
To the
I'm
morgue.
taking the father's corpse to the morgue.
I'll go with you.
All right, so I'll do with the morgue first because that'll be a shorter bit.
Mm-hmm.
So you being a paladin, you would know that you would take it to the temple of death. Well, either the spirit of death or the god of death. Either one would work, as they are the one that handles funerary rites and stuff like that.
What about a necromancer? Can we take him to a necromancer?
I mean,
Okay, we're
if
not
you
going to
can-
bring him back to life and traumatize them even more.
if you can find a necromancer, then you can. I'm not saying you can't.
I mean,
I don't
he'd
think
be a
there's
shadow.
any
I
city.
don't think.
I was
I
gonna
don't
say
think that's a wise decision.
Hydraulis
wouldn't.
might have a slight issue with that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I just figured I'd ask, you know.
I mean, a necromancer could so you speak dead and find out how much the house costs. But that's just
Good point.
my twisted way of looking at that. But go ahead.
No, we're just gonna
So-
follow to the Temple of Doom.
Yeah. So you take it to a temple and hand over the body, informing them of roughly what transpired, and they say that they will begin the funerary rites and wait for the body to be claimed. Standard procedure is they will wait a few days, and then if not claimed by that point, it will be not buried in a mass grave,
Mm-hmm.
but and it will be the body will be cremated, and his name will be added to a standard memorial in the graveyard for unclaimed people.
So you said how many days?
A couple.
Okay.
I mean, 2, 3. It's not like they have embalming fluid and they can and refrigerators to just
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
do that. So they can't just like wait for a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
They have magic that can stave it off for a while, but this is a large city. They don't really have the room to just allow bodies to sit for weeks.
Okay.
So,
So
soon you guys should probably find her and let her know where the body's
yeah,
at.
I
Well, I
tell
mean-
Hydralis that we need to go to the guard shack or
And
whatever.
then
would
we'll get
be-
eaten by Kalos.
That would be common knowledge that
Mhm.
if there is a dead body, it is either taken to a temple of the dead, or it is handed over to the guards. And since the guards did not take it with them, so there's no, you would know there's no real need to inform the parents, the mother, the kids, hey, we took him to the temple, because that would be kind of common knowledge.
All right, so they
Uh-huh.
know.
Okay.
All right, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so let's continue then.
Okay. So you go back to the temple, not the temple, the inn,
Yeah.
and you see her. She is sitting at the same table. It's been maybe an hour, maybe a little bit longer, since you were here. It didn't take you guys really long to deal with that situation.
No, not really.
Yeah.
So it was rather explosive entrance.
Do you hear that
Um,
thunder?
we don't.
It was my type of entrance.
Yeah, it really was your type. Yeah.
So she's
So-
sitting at the table, and you see it's the same plate of food, and she's not really eating any more of it. She's kind of pushing it around with her fork. Ignar is, and she might take a drink of the ale or water, whatever she's drinking, but she's just waiting.
What did
So-
you do to her?
I didn't do anything. So I approach the table and I say, I say, Mistress, I apologize, but I've returned.
No,
I apologize for having to leave as quickly as I did.
I understand. It's all right. I get it.
I sit back down and I say, I seem to have upset you with the information earlier, and I apologize for that as well. That was not my
No.
intent.
You did not upset me. If I was upset, I believe you would know what that looks like.
I just smile a little bit and nod.
And
You're right.
who is there?
Hello.
Who all is there with you?
As
Or is
far as
it
I know,
just
it's
you?
Isla. Well, I mean, I know Isla and
Ayla.
Ignis came along. I don't know where they're at. I know I'm sitting at the table.
Oh well, I'm
I
just
come
kind
to
of
sit
standing.
table
I'm just
with
kind of
them.
standing right next to you.
It was like we all follow behind you.
Okay, so Blaze is the only one sitting at the table. You two are standing on either side of him like bodyguards. Got it.
Sweet.
So
My entourage.
Gotta
so
protect the sorcerer.
so she kind of leans back in her chair a little bit and says, the reason why this is important to me is, and she tells you the story of why this is. One, she's not, yes, she's just a mother looking for her son, of why this is so important is that Thaxis isn't her maiden name. Her husband's last name was Thaxis. When they got married, she took his last name. So there's that. She said, we were both adventurers. I still am. We did many things, many deeds, some small, some great, as adventurers do. We established a reputation for we could handle just about anything that came our way.
Hmm.
One of the kingdoms, we did several jobs for the crown, and we were given peerage. We were granted noble titles, small, as the king of this kingdom didn't have enough money to pay us. We were fine with that. We didn't ask for money. We didn't ask for noble status. But we were granted it anyway. There were some amongst noble society who thought we didn't belong. And years later, I had a son, and he grew up in our small manor. The king died. His son took over. Unbeknownst to us, the son agreed that we did not belong. So, a plan was hatched to get rid of us. The new king came to us with a mission of great importance, saying some evil sealed away in some cave had been found and needed to be slayed or resealed, or less, certain world-ending doom would fall upon everyone. And we had no reason not to believe him. As far as we were concerned, he was a noble man. So we set out like we always did. We left our son in the capable hands of the few maids and butlers that we had on our employ. It was all standard practice. We've done this numerous times. Only when we got there, it was a trap. We found ourselves on a small platform on a cliff. No way out. No sustenance. No food. Nothing. All the magic that both of us could do had to go to keeping us alive and keeping the miasma in the cave from corrupting our souls. We were in that cave for 10 years. For we knew something had to change. As our son was still out there, we knew we had to get to him. It was my husband who made that sacrifice. He sacrificed his life to allow me to get across the chasm to safety. I had to watch as the miasma poured over him and slowly started to eat him away. Fortunately, he had enough strength left to take his own life before he was corrupted. I returned home to find my mansion, my home, ablaze, ashes, timbers charred, stones scorched. Nothing No bodies, no graves, no markers could be found. I heard rumors that the other lords had paid off my staff to abandon my kid. So that is why this is important to me. That is why I had that reaction. Why my rage simmers just below the surface. It's not simply the fact that I'm a mother looking for her lost son. It is a fact that it has been 10 years, 11 now, since I have been looking for him. It is a fact that his father sacrificed his life so that I could be here today. And the fact that the nobles in that kingdom made this happen. So she kind of leans forward again and takes a big drink, wet in her throat from telling this long story. So, where is he?
I just sit there for a moment and I just nod. And I understand the need for vengeance does burn hot in many. And I understand that. And that's a rough story. But regardless as that is, we can take you to him.
Lead the way.
So hopefully the other two follow, but I get up and start leading her toward Thaxus's mansion.
Okay.
Yep.
Phoenix and Hydralis, are you going to meet back at the mansion, or did you meet? Did you join at the inn after having dealt with the temple?
I don't think we had enough time to join at the end, to be honest. What do you think, Hydralis?
Yeah.
I say we
I was
just
thinking we
meet back there. Yeah.
Yeah, just meet
Oh.
back at the mansion.
Okay.
Kind of like head back there because we kind of left that like pretty sudden. So
Yeah. So I will place you all. Oh, the world shifts.
Earthquake!
There we go. Okay. So
Turn to the others when we get back to the mansion, and I say, before we all walk in.
oh, well, hold on.
yeah, it's like stay all by the door.
Wait by the before we all walk in.
All legs
Wait by the door. Give us a moment. And I turn to Ignara and I say, this way.
So as so basically here's what happens. You walk up to the door, you knock, because I'm assuming you don't just walk on in.
Oh yeah. It's nobility. It's nobility. That's a given.
Just right in like it's our own house.
Right.
And
Hey, you home?
she, the head maid answers. And she's like, I see you have dealt with the issue at hand. And kind of looks over and says, and I see you've picked up and she tilts her head. Companion? Acquaintance?
Wouldn't she have seen her at the thing though?
Oh yeah, she knows her, but she doesn't know the connection.
Okay.
So that's why she's a little bit hesitant. She's like, I don't know the connection here. But you brought it here, so there must be some reason.
Right. I just like as she's trying to come up with the right word, I look at the maid and I just leave it at friend.
Fair enough. He is still there. If you wish to continue your conversation from earlier.
We do. However, there's some business that we need to take care of with the Lord first.
She kind of okay. Follow me. And again, you can then walk into the, move your characters to where they'd be in the Lord's room.
Well,
This
before we
office.
walk into hold on. Before we walk into Laura's room, I kind of motion to the others to just kind of stay put for just a moment. I want
getting
I
the
don't,
chase
what I don't
lounge.
want is a whole group of people in there during this. Like, I don't want to overwhelm Faxes. Is kind of what I'm getting at here.
Just relaxing on the chase lounge. Finally, I called dibs this time.
So, yeah.
Now we just
So
wait in the
I-
waiting room.
I'd say what we say is, she says, wait in the waiting room. I'll inform him of your arrival with a guest. And because that would be protocol.
Yeah.
Is, she'd say, I'll inform him of your arrival and fetch you when he is ready. So you're only in the waiting room for moments before she comes back in and says, he'll see you now.
Okay.
And then
So I motion to the others. To just kind of stay put for a moment and lead her in with the maid.
okay. So Ignara follows you. And it's an interesting reaction. So Ignara looks at him, and you can see she's conflicted. So there's obviously the part of her that wants nothing more than to be finally fully reunited with her son. But there's also that, does he remember me? Am I just some adventurer? She doesn't want to overwhelm him. So that's what you kind of sense. It's very visible on her face.
So I kind of take point on that, seeing that conflicted look on her face, and I say, Lord Thaxus.
Before you really get so you start speaking, and he stands up, and he stops, and there's a brief moment where, like somebody that sees something that they know, but they don't know where, and once he realizes who this person is, you see a shift from, because before he's a lord. He may not have, like, even the desk and the chairs, it's all made out of common wood. Nothing fancy. Nothing in here is fancy or elaborate or gold trimmed and niceties. It's all nice, simple stuff. He exhibits that. He is a lord, so he acts it. He is very proper. He is very composed. It's all gone in a second. And he changes from a lord back to a kid. And he's no longer Lord Thaxus.
Mentally, you're saying, basically.
Yes, mentally. Physically, he doesn't, like, de-age into a child.
Well, this is D&D, okay? I'm just saying.
okay. Granted, magically, yes, that is possible.
Yeah.
Physically, he doesn't change physically, except his facial expression and how he carries himself.
At that point, I'd say
Change
Blaze
it.
probably would exit out the door and let them sort some things out.
Yeah, I was going to let him finish, but yeah, go ahead.
Sorry,
so
go ahead.
They approach and they start talking. It is at this point that even the head maid just kind of starts walking out of the room.
And
Like,
I do the same thing.
Okay.
Blaze is sitting there with
So, like,
popcorn, like, come on, let's do this.
Well, I thought about coming to the door and being motioning, holding it open, being like, "Hey, come over, watch the show." But yeah, I exit to give them some privacy as well.
Okay. So you're in this waiting room for a bit, and you can hear them talking. There's no heated words, there's no exchange, but you can clearly hear passionate conversation being held. it is at this point, you're probably in there for 30 minutes. And they walk back through the door and they stand here, and Lord Thax, he is visibly he has composed himself more. He's still not like fully Lord Thaxus again, but he's had enough time to kind of recompose himself. This whole thing is still very visibly shaking him up. And so I'll say he positions himself more where he can see everybody. He
As
says,
a lord would.
Well, I mean, being in the middle and trying to address everybody is not exactly
Right.
Yeah, he's not going to sit there and constantly just spin in a circle and talk to everybody.
All right, everybody, huddle. No.
So he says, I don't know how I can thank you for this. I feared I had lost both of them years ago. If there was any ever doubt in my mind as to whether or not you were worthy of my patronage,
Oh. Sorry.
then that has been answered. I have no doubt that you are a worthy group of adventurers. And I would be happy to be your patron if you so wish it.
Well, guys,
I kind of nod and say we would be honored.
Maybe we can get him to fix the house.
By the way,
little incident that we had.
Yeah.
So
What had happened was.
funny you should mention that.
It's fine. I just give a thumbs up.
So
I'm emotionally taken back by it because of my history and just like everything. So I'm not showing it. I'm not trying not to show it at least, but I am. I'm pretty emotionally messed up right now.
So as you're having this this conversation, you're talking about the logistics of it and which is not really important for right now. Another individual enters. They enter the room right behind Hydralis.
Boo.
And this is who it is.
I mean, what?
And I need everybody to make, because she introduces herself. And I need everybody to make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Intelligence?
Intelligent.
Yes. How smart is your character?
oh boy.
Hmm.
Okay, that's not too bad.
12.
That's a 16.
I also got a 16.
I got a 19.
Nice.
19 here.
17?
Okay. So, see what would be the easiest way to do this? Okay, so and I know. So I'm going to send those of you that passed.
Everyone
A
but me.
message. Yes, everybody but you.
Oh,
She's not too bright. She isn't.
I have a 0 on my intelligence, so that was a natural 12.
ouch.
I have a 2 on mine.
A message, because as she introduces herself, your brain kind of switches things around a bit in her name. Let me type this out real quick.
I mean, I see nursery. that's what I see.
So
Oh, I get it. I get it.
you got it.
I didn't even get the message yet, and I've already figured it out.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
was
I
right.
did. Okay, yeah.
And
Kind of broke
so
protocol.
did I get everybody?
I got a 16.
Oh no, yeah, there we go. I thought it. There we go. So she enters the room and she's carrying a tray of refreshments. She did not know that this would be such a emotionally charged scene. So she kind of gets in and senses this is not quite what I had in mind. But nevertheless, she walks over to this table here and sets down a tray. And it's got, like a tea, and maybe some crackers or cookies, some snack type stuff. Because she heard you guys re-enter and was like, oh, hey, this would be something nice. They came back from doing something, having a nice cup of tea and maybe a biscuit or something. And then goes to stand next to Lord Thaxus. And Lord Thaxus says, well, so allow me to make 4 formal introductions. My name is Lord Cedrio Thaxus.
What's up, Sid? Oh, sorry.
This is my mother, Ignara Thaxus. And this is my girlfriend. And motions to Sterla. Now, those of you that I sent the message to, he hasn't put it together, or if he has, he's not letting on that he knows.
Well.
So
I kind of do that. I kind of glance at the others and just kind of do that, keep it on the down low motion with my hands, not, kind of surreptitiously, just kind of clue everybody into not saying anything.
You ain't gotta show me. We're basically already on the same wavelength when it comes to secrets.
What
Yeah.
secrets?
What secret?
what are you talking about? So, and so he says, well, I also promised today to answer questions if you still have any.
Well, to be
There's
fair, you just had a lot happen.
True, but I did tell you that I would answer any questions you had, and even though I have a lot of catching up to do,
Well,
I can't allow that to make me break my word.
Well, let me just
Thank
say
you.
this. I appreciate you, and I did ask my question, and you've answered it quite nicely, and I can not wholly, but I can put a lot of trust in you right now. I feel I've got faith in you right now. So I can't speak for the others, but anything that we have can wait until you catch up with your mother, because it's been 10 or 11 years. Come on, you know what's another day, a week with us, you know. I can't speak for the others, but that's my decision. So anything I have can wait for another day.
I kind of nod and I say, I kind of nod and I say, whatever, or basically, like, whatever. I'm at your service. So
Okay.
My way of saying to him was like, I trust you more than not, and basically I agree to him, being a part of us, basically. You know what I mean? So and
Yeah.
then at that point it's just like, we could be in touch in a week or a day or
You know where
whatever.
he lives now.
Right, yeah.
And so if there's no more questions,
Get out. No.
no.
get out.
It's so he says, well, then if there are no more questions, I will be in touch. And he goes out and he leaves. His mother,
You still owe
follows
me a
up.
favor.
Leaving, and so then head maid, she follows too. She goes the other way though. Leaving Sterla in the room with you. She goes over here to pick up the tray of drinks. And she hasn't left quite yet.
Oh.
Those of you that I have told, do you approach her? Do you say anything, or do you simply leave it be?
But see, the thing is we don't know who knows. Like I know, and so who's gonna be the first one to say?
Do you want to activate a coin charge?
I mean, we've already activated one, so it stays activated, right, or whatever.
I feel like it's an hour already.
Well, I think it's I can't remember. Did I say an hour or 3? Look at my.
It probably is. I think it is. I think it is an
I think
hour.
you said
It's an hour, less than an hour. Has it been an hour?
It would still be active, not for much longer, but
All right.
Okay. So then I get on the comm link and I say, let's leave it be for now. We'll find out more information here as we go, but let's just kind of leave it be.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll just kind of excuse my. If we're all done here, then I guess we could just excuse ourselves, and I'll just kind of start making my way towards the door.
I walk up to her and
Motioning Talos because he enjoys the fireplace a lot. He's trying to get all toasty.
He's just kind of staring at the fire like warm.
Come on, Talos. It's time to go.
I bid her for farewell, and I also walk out.
Okay.
As I go to leave, I walk past her and I say, it was a pleasure to meet you, and I grab like 3 of the biscuits off the tray and follow.
Okay. Fair enough.
I go back and grab a couple more biscuits and slam a drink, and then go back out.
Couldn't let me have that one, could you?
I just kind of picture that, you walk out the door and you're like, oh wait, there was cookies and eggs. And
oh, I forgot.
And just kind of like, I'm just gonna real quick, I'm just gonna grab one of these real quick. You just kind of take it, chug a cup of tea, and go, thanks, I'm leaving now.
All right, thanks. Nom 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 nom.
Okay.
No one else is left, so Ayla's like, yoink.
Yeah, I'm just-
Hydralis is just a joy in the waiting room.
He also likes the fireplace. He's cold-blooded, you see.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't. I don't typically move my token for these things. So
Yeah, I
No,
know
it's fine.
you've said that.
So with that,
Yeah.
So are we heading? Are we going back to the guild hall? Is that?
I hate to rush things. It's getting worse, zombie. Like it's
so well,
constantly.
yeah, we're basically done.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you kind of decide that, hey, kind of just for formality's sake. No, she doesn't follow.
Hey, look
you.
who followed us. She likes me. She really likes me.
me.
You kind of meet at the guild hall because it does provide kind of a nice sense of closure and completion to the day's events.
Mhm.
So you kind of rehash out kind of what all transpired. Maybe you clue Ayla in on the name.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna
Maybe
say,
not.
I don't
That's
know
up to
who
you.
all. I don't know who all passed, but we get back
We
to the
all
guild
did.
hall. Okay, we get back to the guild hall, and I look at the others and go, Stellar Nursery, really? There's a clue.
Mm-hmm.
Zoinks. Yep.
So
I caught on to that too, guys.
And that way, whoever didn't, which I believe it's only was Ayla that didn't pass, knows.
What about you, Ayla? Did you catch on to that?
Not really.
Oh.
There you go. Now you know.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
So yeah, especially with the fact that at the end of last session, after the twins had pretty much demolished the fleet, they disappeared and 2 stars reappeared in the night sky.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty stellar.
So yeah, pretty stellar stuff going on there.
Uh-huh.
So that's pretty much a good spot. That's 200 XP earned.
Sweet.
For that, I'm not going to complain.
Okay, so the enemies, just so you know, the bandit captain was challenge rating 2.
Okay.
One of them was a spy, challenge rating 1. They were both killed instantly. They didn't get a chance to do anything.
Wonder why.
The one
Thunder.
that Blaze just pretty much instantly killed was only challenge rating 1/4. He was just a simple acolyte.
Right.
Now
So-
it feels like a waste of a spell.
We
And
only
the
we
bandit that surrendered was only challenge rating 1/8. So you took out the 2 biggest ones there. Just
no wonder
you
he
dropped-
crapped
you dropped the
himself.
roof on him.
No wonder he crapped himself. Jeez. That's
So-
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Unfortunately, since this was not actually a guild mission, there's no quest for them to pay you for.
Yeah.
So
Well,
there's no money earned this session.
let's reunite it. That's enough for me.
I mean, yeah. I mean, to me, the reward this session was being able to, in game, reunite a mother and a son. Out of game, tie up a loose end on a plot line.
Not to mention, it's gonna cost us money because repairs.
Yeah,
So
I don't understand why.
That's fun.
But you know what? The experience is good enough too. So
yeah. All right. Well, if that's it, guys, the reason why I messaged Zombie a bit like a few minutes ago and said, I just heard bad thunder outside and it isn't wolf is exactly what I said. So I 100% do not like to stay on my computer when it's thundering. And it's getting worse. So this is maybe a teensy weens rushed right here because I flat out told him it's got to end. Basically, he understood the assignment. But I wanted to thank you guys for watching this. Sorry for the whole mess up with the stream, but I don't know what that was. But a quick restart fixed that, so I decided to just continue to stream. This should be up on the U of Tubes later this week, hopefully. And it'll probably be 2 parts because that first part's all messed up. But other than that, go check it out. If you want to recap what happened today, it was a pretty good one. Like, my character's pretty emotionally like distraught right now, and so yeah. But on that note, I hope you guys have a great week. We'll be back next week to do another wonderful round of the campaign and much more. Maybe on Wednesday, possibly, we'll be picking up the other D&D session, as long as people don't shove crap into my inventory.
Oh, I make no promises.
And but on that note, guys, we have come to the end of our adventure today. I want to thank everybody for being here. And until next time, hold on, it's taking forever. There we go. Thanks for watching. And this stream is offline. You guys have a great day. Oh, by the way, happy May the 4th, or May the 4th be with you. And tomorrow with Cinco de Mayo, zombie. That's a all hallowed subject for zombie, with his